Hearts are heavy at Rockville High School, where students and teachers are mourning the death of senior Michelle Miller. The principal and lacrosse coach just met with the media. Here's what they said.
As you can imagine, this is a really sad day for us. We're grieving deeply at our school. Staff and students are very, very sad. Michelle was a vibrant, wonderful young woman. She was well known in the school. She was a great student. She was a wonderful athlete, and she was a terrific person. And we are really, really going to miss her. We are doing all we can today to support our staff and our students. We have a team of experts who have been meeting with staff and students all morning, helping them through the grieving process. We realize that many of these students, this is the first time they've ever lost a peer, and this is very, very hard for them since the death was so unexpected, and so we're trying to give them as much support as possible. This evening, the students have organized a group gathering in our stadium at 7 o'clock, and they will be expressing their love for Michelle and also their great sadness, and it will be an opportunity for them to come together and support one another. And so we're just trying to get through the next few days as best we can, supporting the family as well. We are just grieving for the Miller family. They have been such an important part of our community, and we are very, very sorry for them as well. And so we just hope to get through the best, and I'll turn this over to my very capable varsity lacrosse coach, Caitlin Ulmer.
Thank you. I just want to say quickly, Michelle was our firecracker. She was the passion that drove this team, this family forward. She made everyone want to be better, go faster, go harder. She was the first one in the huddle, the first one to tell a teammate they could do it, the first one to volunteer to stay late after practice until she got something right. Michelle was our heart. She is and will continue to be a part of our family. We are a team. We are a family, and just like her number on and off the field, we are one. Thank you.
You know, the stories that we're hearing about Michelle were this wonderful, giving person who cared about others and would make an effort to go out and help others. Does that ring a bell with you, and is there a story you perhaps can tell us about her willingness to go out and help others?
Michelle is that kid. She, you know, I called her an onion this morning. She's the kind of kid who's got so many layers, you just never really know what you're gonna expect. She was the first one to do whatever we needed. If staying after practice and running crease rolls for an hour was gonna make somebody feel better, Michelle would stay. If the team needed ice cream, Michelle was the first to say, "We don't have to practice." The team needed a quote. It was there on our phones when we woke up. She will continue to be that light inside that drives us all to be competitive, to be athletes every day.
Ms. Munk, did Michelle meet a military recruiter through the school? As I understand it, both Adam Arndt and another female recruiter had spoken to her. Did Mr. Arndt or this other woman meet her or other students through the school?
I don't know. And I'm anticipating that will come out in the police investigation, but I just honestly do not know how she made the connection.
But do military recruiters come through the school officially to speak to students?
We have military recruiters that do come to the school from all branches of the service. They come to every public high school.
Caitlin, can you talk a little bit about her plans going into the Army Reserve? Did she talk about that a lot and what she was wanting to do after school to do that?
She did. Michelle was the kind of kid who was always going. The military seemed like a really good fit for her. It's up, it's active, it's about a team, and that really was who Michelle was. She cared about everybody, and she wanted to be a therapist. She wanted to help people, particularly people who suffered through combat. And I think the military was going to provide her with an amazing opportunity to get that experience and really be able to touch lives.
She wanted to be a psychological therapist?
She did. She was thinking about specializing in combat PTSD. She talked a lot to us about how much she liked the idea of a team and feeling like the military was going to continue to provide that team atmosphere for her. She would have been great at it.
Did she ever talk about Mr. Arndt? Did anybody know about him on the team?
I'm not sure.
Did you make an announcement this morning? What did you tell the kids?
Yes, I did. I went on the morning announcements to reiterate with them the support that we had available to them, acknowledged how sad we all were, and also made known to them that we were going to have this gathering this evening and everyone was invited to come.
Dr. Munk, can you talk to us a little bit more about how the students are doing? Are there a lot of tears inside the building today?
Yes, there are a lot of tears. We've had, I'd say, several dozen students have come and availed themselves of the counseling opportunities we have for them. We also have had counselors go around to each one of Michelle's classes where she would have attended today to talk to the students in those classes, and those have been very teary periods. I mean, the students in her classes, even the ones who, weren't her best friends, so to speak, but knew her as a classmate, were really, have been very touched. Michelle was well known in our school. She went to elementary school here. She was a part of this Rockville community all of her school life. And so she is going to be really missed and touched a lot of lives, and there's a lot of very sad students today.
Dr. Munk, is the school planning to review how military recruiters come and speak with students in light of what's happening?
That would have to be a central office decision. I mean, as far as how that all plays out, that isn't in my control. I don't really have an answer for you on that. That would be a central office decision.
You mean the Montgomery County Schools?
Yes.
Does she have a locker? Is there been any kind of memorial that's developing?
There are starting to be memorials all over the building. Students are putting up posters in classrooms. There are whole whiteboards of sticky notes. We're going to be putting up a large piece of paper to do a large mural. So I have a feeling our building is going to be one great big memorial to Michelle Miller.
Dr. Munk, there had been reports that I think it was some of the students that had gotten together wanted to release some balloons in tribute. Is that going to be part of tonight's
Yes,
event?
I believe that's part. Tonight's event is really student-centered and student-initiated. And we're just sort of facilitating it for them and letting it go the direction that they want it to go. And I understand that they may be bringing balloons, and if they do, that's fine.
There was a scheduled lacrosse game yesterday. Was that canceled, and did the team do anything instead?
The game was postponed. Grieving is an individual process, and a lot of the girls spent the afternoon together. The entire team is wearing shirts today for Michelle. The game will be rescheduled next Monday, and the girls all told me this morning when they put on their shirts that Michelle would want more than anything for them to go out and win.